Alright, so we're using Iron Moth here. Now, before we even start, the most damage we can possibly take from Gengar is 58.2%. That's from a Ghost Tera type Gengar, okay? If it's not a Ghost type, which is going to be most of the time, then we're taking a maximum of 43.6%. That's why we have Morning Sun. We do outspeed Gengar no matter what nature it is, even if it's plus speed. I wasn't paying attention. Did I get curse bodied? I didn't. Okay, so the thing with Gengar, we got to keep track of the curse body, seeing if anything is getting disabled, right? And we got to watch our HP, make sure we're staying above 50% since this is not a Ghost Tera. Again, if it's a Ghost Tera, we're taking a maximum of 58.2, so we gotta maintain above. I wasn't paying attention. Move disabled. There we go. So we have 3 turns to use Sludge Wave. I don't know why I have Struggle Bug in the first turn. I was using Struggle Bug, but then I changed the turn order, so I had to reshoot this. We don't really need Struggle Bug. We eat everything so well that we just don't need it. Alright, so we're still above 50%. We don't have to worry about that. If we do get hit with that Hypnosis, again, we're just using Heal Cheer. We have more than enough cheers. We don't need any cheers to win this anyway. So we just continue hitting it. And we're staying well ahead of the timer. It's going to clean itself now. Now we're under, so we need to go ahead and hit a Morning Sun to make sure that we are safe from critical hits. If it was a Ghost Tera, I would have done it a turn ago. But yeah, just make sure we're keeping in mind the damage. Oh, we're above 50%. Our Believer healed us. So, okay, let's see. Acid Spray is disabled. And it cleans itself. So we gotta hit it one time. Let's just Morning Sun. Let's just Morning Sun. And then we're not going to be disabled anymore, so we can go back to Acid Spraying. Did I not Terrasilize? That's fine. I was doing big damage. I'm going to go ahead and Terrasilize just because, again, as long as you're keeping your crit range in mind, you're just fine. Okay? Gengar doesn't do a whole lot of damage to Iron Moth here. Iron Moth is a special tank. We're going to get at least one Acid Spray off. That's good. This probably won't do much damage. Hopefully Curse Body doesn't proc. If it does, okay. That's good that's good data, I'll tell you that much. That's definitely what can go wrong. Now we're just going to go back to Sludge Wave until Acid Spray is no longer disabled. And we're doing a smidge of damage, you know. Nullified us, that doesn't matter. We're not playing that game. Struggle Bug would be nice here, but I'm sticking to my turn order. In these situations, Struggle Bug will reduce the amount of times you need to use Morning Sun, which is always good. I think, is this the turn where we get Acid Spray back? It doesn't matter, we need to Morning Sun. Move disables one more turn, that's actually perfect. We Morning Sun and then we can go back to Acid Spray. We'll have this raid finished in no time. Now, I'm pretty sure this Iron Moth works against types that resist poison. You just gotta use Fiery Dance and Flamethrower instead of Acid Spray and Sludge Wave. You'll do a little less damage, but I'm pretty sure you still have enough to win this. And you could still run Acid Spray too. You could throw in an Acid Spray. As long as it's not the Steel type, of course. But with super effective... wait, hold up. Move disabled? No, Curse Body did not proc. It's only a 30% chance to proc, so just make sure you're paying attention, unlike me. every time you hit something to see if Curse Body procs. There it is. We can't use Acid Spray anymore. We'll switch to Sludge Wave until, and that should be it for this raid. Again, if we're getting hit with that Hypnosis, just heal cheer it off. We're not using our heal cheers for anything, our cheers for anything else. You could use one attack cheer when the shield is up, and still have 2 allocated for the 2 possible times you may get hit with Hypnosis. But yeah, this raid's over. There's still plenty of space left. I mean, you know, Iron Moth is just a safe bet. I don't have to worry about my health because I outspeed, and it's over. Nice. Iron Moth makes this somewhat difficult raid very easy. Alright, so let's see here. With Bellibolt, we definitely want to see if we can bait that Cursed Body proc with, and like I said, it is going to try to burn us every time. Unless you're Iron Moth, then it can't burn or poison you. And we're just going to Acid Spray until Cursed Body hits or we need health. Cursed Body is not proccing nearly as much as it did in testing, I must say. But yeah, Bellibolt strikes again. He's not much easier. Actually, I wouldn't say he's any easier than Ursaluna and Iron Moth. But, you know, if you know how to play... Move disabled. Excellent. Acid Spray got disabled. Pretty much at the perfect time, too. So once we just keep paying attention to whether Cursed Body is going to proc, so that we know to switch moves. And then we're going to just get Gengar down to 50% when it does its cleanses. And we have the Big Root on Parabolic Charge just in case of a Cursed Body situation, so that we can just lock in the 30% damage rather than having to hit a bunch of times in a row. Since Cursed Body is pretty likely to get in the way of that. And I'm just staying at full health here because cleans are coming. In fact, do I want to Terrasilize? I'll Terrasilize. I think I'm safe. The maximum damage that we're looking, and I don't recommend bringing this against a poison or a ghost Tera type, because the maximum damage, if it's not either a poison or a ghost, is 53.3% as a poison type and 47.1% as a ghost type. Okay? If it's a poison type, and this is modest, these are modest crits, okay? If it's a poison type, you're looking at up to 71%. If it's a ghost type, then we're looking at up to 63% on Shadow Ball. So Shadow Ball gets to 63% on a ghost Tera, and Sludge Bomb gets to about 71% if it's a poison Tera. It cleaned itself. Yeah. Now let's go ahead and get at least one Acid Spray in. Now we really don't want Cursed Body to proc. There we go. While we're using Parabolic Charge. So that's another reason to use Acid Spray there. And we're barely safe from a crit here. Barely. And obviously we know we're slower than Gengar, so just make sure we're always, 55% damage above 0. Alright, here we go. And we're just gonna... At this point, what do you call it? Acid Spray got disabled, so we're just gonna go ahead and spam Parabolic Charge until this thing's over. Of course you crit, you dirty bastard, you. Bellibolt always making things look easy, I swear. Why is it hitting me? It's dead. I mean, okay, you know. Well, it is a ghost, so that's what ghosts do. So, Ursaluna is going to be the best for this. Right? It resists poison. It takes no damage from Shadow Ball. We keep it Stellar type, so it keeps that really good typing for this raid. I'm using Swords Dance because Belly Drum is safe for every type except for Poison and Fairy. Both Poison and Fairy Tera type Gengar will do enough damage that if it gets one crit as you're setting up Belly Drum, it will kill you. Now, it's pretty much guaranteed to burn you on turn 1. So, as long as that's the case, even in those situations, you'd get through your first setup, but the first setup isn't where the problem is. It's in the second setup. Because midway through the raid, at 50% HP, Gengar cleans itself, and then at 45% HP, it cleans you. Right? So we can just go ahead and start nailing this thing. I'm going to use Drain Punch, because I would rather Drain Punch gets disabled than Facade, right? If Drain Punch gets disabled, then I know I have 3 turns. There it is. So Drain Punch is disabled. Now I'm going to take a look real quick, and I should have 3 out of 4 turns left of a move being disabled. Your chances of getting hit with that hypnosis are very low. If you do get put to sleep, go ahead and just move disabled. 3 out of 4, yeah. Then go ahead and just heal cheer. But since this thing burns you every time, and we're already burned, we don't have to worry about being put to sleep, right? That's the best thing about Ursaluna. Ursaluna is kind of made for this raid, right? He gets guts, which means, and we're getting hit with Will-O-Wisp, so guts is really good. That was big damage at +4. And we're just going to keep doing this until it cleans us, and he's going to clean us soon. Just keep hitting this thing. Now, if I was being practical, then this would be an Earthquake Ursaluna here, right? But this Ursaluna can take out every type. We would simply use the Earthquake variant against Steel and Ghost. Let's see, how are we on? Move disabled one more turn. So we'll hit him one more time, and then the cleans are going to start. And I'm not using Leer in this raid. So first one is where he cleans itself, which doesn't do anything for us, right? Okay. We're going to hit it again, and then it's going to clean us, and then we're going to have to set up again. But we take... Oh, you know what? Let's see if we can pop through the shield. We take so little damage that it's pretty safe for us to terrestrialize here. And this Ursaluna doesn't have to hold the Covert Cloak because we're immune to Shadow Ball. And since we're immune to Shadow Ball, there's no chance that we get that special defense drop, so we just go with Shell Bell. That was a crit Dazzling Gleam. This should do pretty good damage here. Yeah. I was kind of hoping to pop that shield. But it's fine, it's fine. Now this second cleanse is where things can get a little bit dicey. Which is why I have Swords Dance instead of Belly Drum. As you can see, at the health that I have now, Belly Drumming would be too much. Right, it'd be too difficult. And if you're against a poison or a fairy, then you're really just not getting that belly drum off. So now I have a Swords Dance. I'm already going to be hitting pretty decently hard. I'm going to hit with a Drain Punch, see how much damage I can get on this thing. How much healing I can get off this thing. That's the important thing. Pretty sure I out-heal a crit. Do I out-heal a crit? No, not quite. No, not even close. We're looking at 30% from a crit as long as this Pokemon, and that's modest. Let's get a Swords Dance. After another Swords Dance, I think we might out-heal a crit. Did Drain Punch get disabled? Let me check. We got Arboliva healing us, but remember Arboliva is also wasting time. Nothing is disabled. Let's play it safe. Let's see if we can get Drain Punch disabled so that we're free to Facade without worrying about it getting disabled. Well, the shield's down, so I'm not going to worry about disable anymore. Pretty sure I can knock this thing out from here. The animation for the shield down's not going to play. Am I going to do shield damage here? What the fuck? That looks like shield damage. Is it going to play the animation now? What the fuck? Dude, the shield broke 2 turns, 1 turn ago. What the hell? This game's so fucking glitchy. Jesus. Nothing's disabled. I should have just been using Facade. How is that not a kill? What the f... It is. My game's glitching, man. That was not played that efficiently, but still pretty comfy. If this was helpful, then help me by smashing that like button and subscribing. If it wasn't, tell me why in the comments. Alright, I'm out.